Hello my lovely people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing. Hit that like button and that notification bell to be notified for future videos. I want to thank you all so much for being here. And today we are having corn dogs. Well, cheese corn dogs. They are full of cheese. These are potato with mozzarella cheese inside, and these are not potato but cheese filled inside. Has two different kinds of cheeses. One kind of fell apart. No cheese pool. Hope everybody's doing well. I'll be back. Let me see this one. A little bit of cheese pour. Like ketchup. Like I said, hope everyone is doing well. This one's falling off the stick. I'm going to try some with some hot sauce. Almost done. This hot sauce ain't that hot. Right there. I'm kind of cold. Got two shirts on. That was good. That was too much. I was watching this show, a series on Netflix called The Ultimatum. Crazy show because it's about couples going to the show because they have ultimatums for their their partners. So it's like one wants to get married, the other one doesn't. Or the one wants to have a baby and the other one doesn't. So the one that actually wants the whatever the case may be, brings the other one to the show for an ultimatum. There. I think there's like 7 couples. They date for a week. They date the other people. They date the other people for a week. So whoever you're feeling the most, after that week, you can tell them you want to spend 3 weeks with them. Crazy. I don't think I'll be able to do that. So they go and spend 3 weeks with a complete stranger, basically, like they live together, that they connect with a little bit in the weeks they were dating. They have to pick each other. So let's say there's one girl that multiple men are feeling and gonna ask her to spend the 3 weeks with them. Well, she would have to pick one of those guys. So you would have to pick the person that picks you for y'all to spend the 3 weeks together. So it started recently because it's only episode 1. I mean, it's only in season 1. After you spend 3 weeks with the stranger, the one that you connected the most with, now you have to spend 3 weeks with your original partner that you came with for additional 3 weeks. So after that 3 weeks, they gotta decide if they want to stay with the one they came with, or they want to leave with the new person they met, or leave by themselves. I'm gonna try with this only a little bit. I've never had this with this. I'm not sure it's gonna taste like, but I was curious. I don't already run it from the other one. A little bit. Well, this one ain't even that hot. Tastes alright, but this go with chicken or rice or something. Not with cheese. That wasn't cool. So like I said, then they have to pick if they're gonna stay with the person they came with or the person they connected with, or by themselves. The season I watched, I think out of the 7 couples, I think it was 7, 6 or 7. But I believe only 2 couples broke up. So that wasn't too bad. But I don't see that working. I mean, it's all good for show, right? But Nick Lachey, mind you, Nick Lachey and his wife are the producers and the hosts of this show. I mean, I'm not sure if they're the producers, but they are the hosts. I'm not sure if that is like, I don't care how much you get to know somebody. In 3 weeks is not enough time to make a decision. Oh, I'm going to stay with them and just leave the person I'm with. Or, you know, of course, if you're giving them an ultimatum and they don't change their mind, then that will be more the decision factor for me. But I kind of rather leave alone instead of leaving with someone else, because I don't think that's going to work. Knowing somebody for 3 weeks. So, and then, mind you, for the ultimatum, I don't see myself wanting to marry somebody that I have to give an ultimatum to. Because if us going to a show, all of a sudden they say, oh yes, I want to marry you now. It took us to do all this just for you to realize that? No, I don't feel like, I feel like they probably going to say yes because they don't want to leave with the new person, but they ain't going to want to leave alone. So they'll say yes to the person they came with just so they can have somebody to leave with, right? So they don't feel like they failed and are leaving home alone. But I wouldn't want to be the one that's giving an ultimatum, and I wouldn't want to be the one that is giving the ultimatum to. I wouldn't want to be forced to get married if I'm not ready, and I wouldn't want to marry somebody that I kind of got to force to say yes to me. You know what I mean? So, because either way, I feel like that's disaster waiting to happen. That's not going to work out in the long run. I mean, maybe 1 out of 10 cases would. Ooh. But for the most part, I don't believe so, because you shouldn't have to force no one or ultimate nobody to marry you. They either ready or they not. And if they not ready, I would rather leave them and, you know, be broken up for a year, 2 years. And then if we reconnect down the line and now they ready, then, you know, things happen. If I hadn't moved on at this point, or if I did, but it wasn't the same, or whatever the case may be. I don't see myself marrying nobody giving me an ultimatum. Because if I ain't ready today, what made you think I'm ready a month from now? You know what I mean? And if you've been with me for however long you've been with me, a year, 2 years, I'm not sure. Some people are ready to move on quicker than others. But if you was with me for 2 years and I think I'm ready for marriage and you're not, then maybe they're not the one for you, because what's holding them up? Why aren't they ready? You know what I mean? They're ready to be in a relationship with you, but they're not ready to take it to the next step. You know what I'm saying? They're ready to move in with you, but they're not ready to make the next step. In some cases, they're ready to have babies with you, and they're not ready to make the next step. You know? Does that make any sense? It doesn't to me. A proposal should come naturally. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be the girl hinting to it or the guy. Of course, y'all gonna discuss it. Because as couples getting to know each other and being together, those are conversations that we have. We talk about marriage, having kids, you know, stuff like that, careers and things like that of that nature. But it shouldn't be the guy's with you 2 years and you're like, what's up? Why you ain't marrying me? I'm ready to put a ring on it. You know what I mean? Like, and they act like they don't want to, but then you give them an ultimatum, or you do it, I'm going to leave you. If I give somebody an ultimatum, and then they married me, I feel like they didn't want to. I forced them to. You know what I mean? So I will feel like I'm with somebody that don't really want to be with me, or at least not be married to me. You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think. I'm curious to see if I'm the only one that thinks this way, or who thinks, you know, the other way more, or vice versa. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? Things should happen naturally, and each body should want to do it. Not one more than the other. It should be both of y'all genuinely want to do it, and the time is right, it'll get done. Whether it's money, you know what I mean? You can't say you're ready to move in with somebody. And, well, yeah, you can say you're ready to move in with somebody and not be necessarily ready to marry them, because some people got to live with you and know they can live with you to get married. However, you shouldn't want to have a kid with somebody if you're not ready to marry that person, because having a kid is more of a commitment than getting married to that person, in my opinion, because you're connected for life. Whereas if you just marry the person, you could divorce them tomorrow, you know what I mean? In a year or 2 years, whenever the hell you want. But if you have a kid with this person, you're tied to them for the rest of your life, basically. You know, even when a kid is grown up, 18 years old, you're still connected to them because y'all going to always be in each other's life. So, yes, I'm sorry for ranting on and on and on. I liked the show. I enjoyed watching it because of the drama and stuff. It's very entertaining to watch. But I definitely would not do that, and I'm curious to know who would and who wouldn't. If y'all do, then they're each his own, you know what I mean? Everybody has their own opinion, their own way of thinking, and not saying my way is right and yours is wrong. We all have, you know, what we feel is what we feel. No, I'm not saying that way is right and that way is wrong. I'm just saying this is my opinion, and I wouldn't do it. But if somebody else do it and it works for them and they get married and they be forever together forever and ever, that'd be great. You know what I mean? I just feel like me inside, I wouldn't feel comfortable forcing somebody to marry me. Whether he came to his senses, you know, after a show, or because I left him, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes I feel like it's, you know, still not genuine. You know what I mean? So, yes, I am. That's just me. But, yes, I am so curious to know and what y'all think. Please put y'all thoughts or y'all opinion in the comment section, please. I am very curious. But, yes, this was my corn dogs. I didn't think I was going to eat all 4 of them. I sure did, and they were so good. Yes, that was my video. This is a long video. I'm so sorry. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.